May we find comfort in you, not in nothing else but you, dear Lord God. Not in man, not in drugs, not in the world.
There were some instructions that were given to us way before we even came here. In specific books. Something about books, meaning that we need to read. If we don't know how to read, somebody need to read it to us. Even the books in AA, NACA, all of them, there is a book connected to everything in life. If you notice, there are some instructions, some directions that need to be followed to make you a better you than you was yesterday. Talking about a package coming here disassembled. Walking around lost without a God of our understanding. KG, I hear you. It sounds good. It sounds good, but I still need something else. Okay, listen. Today I came here to Rochester to beg you to try something different than you've been trying all this time. I beg you to look at what happened to brothers like my brother KAIRO. Today I understand that we can make mistakes, but if you follow directions and get a God of your understanding who is the creator, who knows you and wants the best for you, who wants to be loving, caring, and kind, and compassionate, because just like a mother does not want nothing to happen to her daughter or her son, that's how the creator is. He does not want anything to happen to us. So he understands that there's a lot of negativity that surrounds you in Rochester, Minneapolis, St. Paul, anywhere in the state of Minnesota. There's negativity that surrounds us. And we have to have a God of our understanding. The Creator has to direct us so that we can direct the children. Because children are too small to understand about God. So they have to see God in you. So the only way they can see God in you, then that means you have to have God in you so that they may see you. And once they see God in you and see the life that you live and the conduct that you have that is positive and productive in your community, in your home, then that child will be able to mimic what they see and become positive and productive, and then pass it on to that child that they're carrying. See, now my sister who just spoke so eloquently is about to bring a child into the world the way she is now, not the way she was yesterday. So she is blessed. That child is blessed that he does not have to come into the world and deal with the old woman. My grandchild don't have to be raised up by the old man who was a gang chief, who was a drug dealer, who was a pimp, a thief, a robber, did not care, drug user, did not care. So now my child, because I have a God of my understanding, only because I have a God of my understanding, only because I have a God of my understanding, my child is being raised by somebody who loves God, who has some structure, who knows how to behave, who is loving, caring, and kind, who is positive and productive in the community. And it only because of a God of my understanding. Today, I need you to understand that there is nothing you can do about what happened yesterday. Because if you think about everything yesterday was painful. It hurts just to even think about it. But there's an enemy who does not like and who is angry at the God of your understanding today that wants to keep you in the past and keep you thinking about the low-down things you did, the mistakes you made, and who wasn't there and who did this. So if he can keep you in the past, you can't move to the future. So what happens, that can only happen when you try to do it by yourself. Programs are good, some of them are great, but they are not failure-proof. There is no failure in the Creator. That's why we need Him. The Creator is your full coverage insurance. Man-made programs are only liability. They're only liability. because not having a God in your understanding is like driving 1,000 miles an hour in a racing car down the street with no seatbelt on. Suicidal. Not having a God in your understanding is walking where some gangbangers are shooting, having a shootout, and you just walk out right in the middle of them. That's what it's like not having a God in your understanding. But let me tell you something real quickly. I'm going to end this. You having a God understanding can help me even before I get the knowledge of having one. Because that means that you have a prayer life. And see, that prayer covers us. Grandma having a God of her understanding covers her grandchild and her daughter. We must. It is a must. In some of the books, I think an NA or whatever, there's a whole bunch of musts in there. Am I right? Must is magnified. We must get a God of your understanding. If you don't have the understanding of one yet, find somebody to do. And ask them like you go up and say, can I get a square? Ask them, can you borrow their God? Until you get one. I came here to Rochester, Minnesota, not just to speak to you, but to beg you. In my close, I want the people in Rochester who see this video, some who are ashamed to come in here because addiction will bring shame on you, some who ever see this video will see that KG Wilson came to the city of Rochester, Minnesota. And I sat here and I stayed here and I begged him. The last time I left here, I had a conversation with a young brother I had just started meeting by the name of KAIRO, who's not here today. I need you to listen out of both ears, not just one. Because when you listen out of just one ear, you miss something in the other ear. And the outcome could be what happened to my dear brother and a whole lot of other brothers and sisters. Somebody right now is not listening. Somebody right now has just overdosed. We just don't know. If you check the internet, I bet you'll find out why we will hear somebody overdosed who was not listening. So that's why I boldly came here today to share a message with you, but to beg of you to listen this time. Okay, you didn't listen last time. Listen this time on this day and start living and stop dying. Okay, I haven't been able to do it on my own. That's why I came here to beg of you to get a God of your understanding, because you are never alone as long as you have a God of your understanding. I would not be here today. I'd be in prison or dead if I didn't have a God of my understanding. I do not have money to give everybody in here a $100 bill. If I did, I would give it to you, especially you, because you have a baby. But guess what? I do have a God of my understanding. I have a testimony connected to it. I have love and compassion that humbles me, and I understand that my mission, just like yours is, and many of you that are in here today, is to get a God of your understanding. Share your stories with anybody who comes behind you, who do not have a godly understanding, who is hurting and torn, suicidal, and maybe just that close to death. And it might be your God of your understanding, your faith, your message, your testimony that saves their life. Today, on my knees in my clothes, I beg of you, Rochester, and anywhere in the state of Minnesota, anywhere in the world, if you are hurting and addiction is knocking on your door saying, I want you to open the door so I can come in and kill you or make you kill yourself, today I want you to tell them, not today. You almost had me yesterday, but today I going to seek a God of my understanding that will help me start living and stop dying, just like the people assembled here today. And Brother K.G. Wilson, who came all the way from Minneapolis to share about his God of his understanding that one day transformed him by the renewing of his mind, and to beg of them to please, for the sake of my brother KAIRO, please get a God of your understanding and let's share him and let's start living and stop dying. Thank you, Rochester. God bless you.